a path appears, glowing with a dim white, sprinkled with tiny white dots which Aurus recognized to be the stars he fascinated about growing up. The path stretches out quite wide and seems to wind on and on into infinity. At the end of the path, a large astral door with a white vortex partially obscured behind it is visible. Aurus blinks, and hundreds of hunched-over figures walk down the path towards the astral door. Aurus calls out to them. "Hey! Hi! Hello! Do you hear me?" No response. The figures continue walking. Aurus attempts to block the path of one of them, and they phase through him. He catches a glimpse of his hand, proceeding to take a look at his body, and notices that he is the same as everyone else. His royalty and status mean nothing here. Aurus walks to the astral door in a state of bewilderment as to what has happened. The doors, golden and decorated in magnificent decorations from a place beyond the mortal realm, open. What falls upon Aurus's eyes are a rather stark contrast to the elegancy put on display thus far. A large, empty, open, white circle with a modestly elegant texture ordains the floor, surrounded by an ever-expanding sea of purpley black nothingness. On the circle stands a table, human in design, the same one in fact that Aurus had made to commemorate the election of a new leader for the Woodsman Guild in Aurophia. There are 2 chairs on opposite ends of the table. One of them is empty, and the other houses a beautiful woman, celestial in nature. The woman has animated dark light blue hair and bears the face of a resembling an elven pixie grown to the size of a human. She speaks. "Sit, Aurus." Aurus scrambles to grasp the door handle. I know you. I've seen you somewhere before." "Of course you have. We make ourselves known to all mortals through divine acts." "No, but I have seen you somewhere before. In my divination rituals perhaps, or perhaps during the festival." "Aurus, please sit." Aurus and the woman stare into each other's eyes, and Aurus sits in a newfound display of calmness. The lady speaks. "There is a reason why you are here. Your presence is of the utmost importance." "I fail to see how my life could bear any more importance than the hundreds of souls you see here today." "We require someone with a already existing power and influence over Aurophia." "Who is we?" Out of the void of nothingness, 2 more women step out gracefully. All bear the same face but vary in hair color. One exhibits a fiery red hair color with a chaotic hairstyle to match, and the other a rather calm and humble grey color. "If you have met me, then you must know of Aurophia and Aurora. Along with me, Aurora, we make up the deities of the region of Aurophia, second only to Aur himself." Yes, spare me your lectures. Why am I here?" "Upon the creation of the land in which you live in, rules were put in place to ensure the future and success of the world, of course. Amongst which was the deities may never become mortal, for they will fall to the same vulnerabilities in which all mortals must face. Greed, power, and chaos." 3 holograms appear in front of Aurus. Each display a different scene of a 4th woman, dressed in black with a striking blonde hair color that contrasts with the dark robe and clothes. "Our 4th sister, Saw, has left us and become mortal. She cares for nothing but to eventually overtake and overpower Aur himself. We require someone with a pure heart in order to enact our plan. It is almost unheard of, except in very few situations do we ever let a mortal resurrect. All of these mortals you see here march in hopes of being revived, as they believe their woes constitute their revival. What's the point of having this song and dance if most of them you will reject?" Every once in a while, we find someone who isn't fully made of shit. They have a decent heart, their life's actions match it. Other times we find people who can get the shit we need done. That's where you come in. What do you need me to do? We present this offer to you. We will resurrect you as a beacon of our magic. You will do everything in your power to find and stop Saw before she destroys the world. One more hologram plays. It's a video of the Festiva Ardeus. The same woman presented in the previous scenes is seen in the shadows and corners outside of you, summoning arcane golems and destroying Aurophia. From the partial transparency of this woman, it's understood that she was magically invisible, never seen to anyone, but now rendered visible through the power of the hologram. Aurophia begins laying out the details of the agreement. As part of this deal, you will solely become a peon of the All Deities. As such, you will lose the ability to enjoy most, if not all, of the pleasures of becoming immortal. You will never need to, nor be able to, eat. Same goes for romance, sleep, drink, everything. It's a lot to ask of you. Most mortals would deny our requests. We're hoping you can find it in you to undertake this. Why can't I just be resurrected and become a mortal human again? I can just do your duties that way. The deities look at each other in a dejected manner. Truth be told, we wish you could as well. Or has revoked our abilities to do so after the last time we tried to revive someone. Another hologram appears. A human male, very muscular, is brandishing his spear and a shield as he commands his army into battle. The army is fighting for the city of Sigi, a town known for the informal rejects. People go there when they have nowhere else to go. At the end of the hologram, the male is seen stabbing the leader of Sigi through the chest, a frail, old and short goblin. After the incident of Mant, we are physically unable to revive someone to their former glory unless they prove their true intentions. Mant was... Mant? You mean Mant Glorious? He's the chief of my warriors guild. The deities stare inquisitively at Aurus. There is much you don't know about the ones closest to you. Everyone, it seems, has their own dark secrets and skeletons in their closet. Fine. I will take your offer. If I take down Saw, will I be able to return to my human form? We hope so. You hope so? You mean this could all be for nothing? Will you take this offer or not? Aurus stands up and walks over to the vortex on the far end of the circle they are all standing on. It's a vertical light blue vortex, with ephemeral images of skulls and bones floating in. Wish me luck. Aurus leaps into the vortex with a running start. He envisions himself falling through all the planes and worlds as they collide together and form some unusual yet strangely beautiful helix. He falls through Grad, the plane where gods reside and discuss business on Aus. He falls through Ignis Defars, the Aurophian name for hell. Several demons and devils are seen tormenting humans with souls with an infinite hatred behind their eyes. Finally, Aurus falls down through Aus. It's a tremendous sight at first. Half of his vision is covered by the endless rippling ocean and the other by the tremendous shoe-shaped valley close to Aurophia. Eventually, the shape of Aurophia is visible, the shield that the founders of Aurophia prided themselves on, to find a natural section of land so perfect in nature that it would be a blessing from Aus himself. Aurus's dead body is visible, not far away from Aurophia, right in the middle of the place he dreaded the most, never dared to visit. The Auburn Woods. His soul falls through the prickly dead branches and sticks as he collides with his body. Horus is reborn, but at what cost?